truth in advertising. We compost, which is cool. You know, we throw out very little because we're composting and recycling and everything. However, I wanted to show you a couple of other products that we've tried that maybe didn't behove us as well as we thought. So first off, ye old classic, the Fiskars Mesh Scythe. The problem is once you start putting things in and it takes a slight lean, then it continues to keep that lean, and you just can't fix it after a certain point. After a while, we've actually given up, and so we'll turn this over once more to get the fresh stuff here and fill up that box you saw in the center of the greenhouse, and then we're just probably going to build our own out of some more reclaimed wood that we have. So our next big excitement was we thought we'd get one of those cool well, not self-turning, but they're all self-contained and you can turn them. And yeah, in the UV resistant plastic that's sitting in the shade of the shed, it lasted about 18 months before, yep, that happened. Up till that point, it was a good product.
Bucket is supposed to be upright, but if you notice, this is where this pole's supposed to be, and the pole just kind of ripped a seam all the way up. So this is
the
useless.
agitator.
Yeah, the agitator's loose. It's useless now. So I'm just going to take the plastic thing off, and the only way to do that is to get the bottom off of this, which conveniently will have all of the dirt in it, and bring that over and use it in the garden. And then we'll just I'll salvage the hardware from this and throw this thing away.
So what do you think about what could we use to replace that bucket? Could we use like an old whiskey barrel or something? Of course,
I honestly think that the old-fashioned way is the best way to do it. I mean, these are all nice and fancy and everything like that, but just two cordoned off little bins where we put everything into, and then fork one over into the other is the way to go. So
what do you think you'll use this hardware for then?
I'll use this hardware for something else down the road. I mean, nuts and bolts are always handy for something. We'll do some repairs with it or something. But it's really the only thing that's salvageable from this.
So the way this is busted up, it actually makes it inconvenient so that you can't actually just take off the other end and dump it into the nice Gorilla cart, right?
Can't even do it, yeah. It's supposed to be able to just tip over into this. You can't do it. It's just, there are 5 different ways that are preventing that from happening, and the easiest way to get around it is just to disassemble it.
Did you want to take a second and tell everybody about the Gorilla cart? Why you like it?
This is the most handy thing that I've bought. I think it was from Lowe's or something. And basically it is inexpensive. I think it was like, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks. I forget exactly how much, but it was relatively inexpensive, and it acts as sort of a miniature dump truck. So when you get something in here, there's a latch right here which allows you to dump it out, and you'll notice that the wheels come together so that the center of gravity is controlled, so it doesn't
tip you over.
It doesn't tip you over. So, and then it just locks back into place. And I've pulled all kinds of stones, all of those piles of stones there, piece by piece. It is kind of, I mean, it's plastic, so it'll bow out a little bit with some things, but
and those are some heavy-duty looking tires there.
Yeah, yeah. And you can inflate them or deflate them as needed. So, and it has a decent steering system here. So it's not just your simple, it's not a simple cart, it's a well thought out cart. You know, another feature that prevents it from losing its center of gravity and tipping over. So
excellent.